Poverty and hunger. I think poverty and hunger at the moment is probably one of the leading cases as to why we cannot empower ourselves, especially our children. And I think that if we eradicate this, then we can stand stronger as a united community and as a united society.
You know, I strongly believe that everything stems from the top. So if we have a good governance with no corruption and we have great leaders that are seated, it's easy for us to remove poverty and also tackle the issue about environment.
I would probably choose to solve all environmental problems because ultimately if we don't do that, then our world would cease to exist. So for me, that's one of the priorities at the moment.
The hunger. Because here in the Philippines, we all know that poverty is really one of the greatest problems that we have. And providing food in our tables can really affect our lives, and it will make our life easier if we have the energy and power to do whatever that we wanted to do in our lives. I think it always should be my shoes, because it represents confidence and humility, and those characteristics I want to give every Filipina, that you have to be confident every time you present yourself.
You know, I would eliminate poverty and hunger because it's a very personal journey for me. I was raised among the lowest income deciles of our society, and I've seen firsthand how that really undermined the capacity of children to dream. That's why I want everybody to really have that conviction in them that they could still dream despite of the poverty and the bad situations that they experience.
Share.
As a community development worker, I believe in prioritizing those who are less fortunate. So I would rather focus on that because our government is really working well if we are able to feed everyone. I would give them a journal because being able to know who you are and to talk about it really help everyone, especially during this pandemic, for their mental health. And that's one thing I would add to that.
To my heart is eliminating hunger, because coming from Masbate, there are a lot of places out there that really need children who need nourishment. And I think that that's one of the biggest things that I need to focus on as a privileged person. I am not ashamed of my privilege, but I think that I should do more in my whole life, and especially as a miracle baby. I think it's a rosary, because that's what my mother gave me when I went into the pageant. My mother was nervous about me coming into a pageant because she thinks that I always need her, but I always do need her.
The government without corruption, because if we don't have corruption, we would also not see the poverty. We would see a government that takes care of its people. We would see a government who prioritize the safety, the healthcare, and then of course our environment, which is all very important. I would say to go with a motivational card or a motivational book with some quotes, because I think we all need a little bit of positivity every day, and it will definitely help us get through the worst times. Thank you.
To diminish poverty and homelessness. Having experienced it myself, I know how much it can affect a person. And I think that if we do our best to eliminate poverty or to at least help alleviate the homeless, that these people can be integrated back into society and these people can turn into someone who can bring positive joy and positive light into the world, and also to be able to create change that we need right now. It would have to be affirmation cards. And I've said this in my video and I still stand by it today, because for me it's something that I've always had even in high school, where I take one piece of affirmation card, well in high school it's a sticky note, and it would inspire me and really set my day for me. And now, especially during this pandemic where we are hurting as people and hurting as a nation, it's so important for us to really inspire ourselves. And by
I would go with the poverty. My heart really goes for these people and my heart screams for them. For me, we should go with hand in hand. Poverty should go with education. For me, education is the key or the gateway to the universe and for us to have a better future in life. Inspire them, okay? For me, being a Quindera, I've been selling tons of clothes. And for me, with clothes, I feel like a princess. And I want that people, like the ladies out there, women, to be empowered through wearing a beautiful dress for them to walk on stage and be confident in themselves. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.